Hello, everybody. This is my elderly wisdom speech for public speaking. Pat Ellis. To many, she is someone whose shoulder they can cry on, but to others, she's just another old lady in the elderly home. Nina Hage once said, "It doesn't matter how old people are. It matters if they love each other and have fun with each other." It has nothing to do with age. To get old is just a mental disease. Everything is in the head. This quote is something that Pat Ellis said she lived by. Someone who loved unconditionally and truly knew that everything is in the head. Spending her days on the phone talking to nieces, nephews, anyone in the family. She used to spend her days working with children at the daycare or taking care of the house. Pat relies much on family and love. Starting, "My children are the reason I am alive today and the reason I fight and stay above the ground," is a quote that Pat Ellis said, because that just shows how much her kids really loved her and how much she really loved her kids. So I'll be telling you about Pat's extremely harsh or full love for her family, her full love for cooking especially, and how much she wished people really loved each other in this country today. Family is the only something you can have once in your life. You share the DNA with these people, and some that doesn't mean much, but to Pat Ellis, this meant everything. Her family consisted of her 3 sons and her husband, now Ellis. She was born from a really large 18-person family who had really affected her throughout her life. They have put a completely different persona on her. They have changed her personality. She said that the reason that she really loved people this much was because of she grew up in an 18-person family and saw how much it didn't really happen to her. She said after this, pretty much it went straight to, as soon as she found Nat Ellis, she said that the love she had for people really was expressed through him, as he was someone to her that nobody else had ever meant that much. And then for her to have 3 sons with him, she said those kids meant the entire world, and just as much as Nat, if not more, which honestly shows how much she really cared for the people around her, her family, and obviously the people that were related to her family. Pat dedicated much of her life to cooking. Church lunches, birthdays, any family holiday occasion, any idea anybody had for a celebration, they wanted to come to her house to eat. How Pat put it. But pretty much her favorite food to cook was the strawberry cake, as well as chicken and dumplings. And one thing she liked to include about food was that it brought everyone together. Food, if you guys don't know, is a love language, honestly. It really brings people together. It really shows people, and it can and caters to multiple people whenever you make good food. As Pat Ellis told me, she said that no matter how many times she made great food, every single time people kept coming back because they loved to be around her, the environment around her cooking, and the environment around eating around her family. You probably have not seen many old people like this before, but Pat Ellis took cooking to an extremely different level. She made sure to have a full course meal at every dinner, lunch, breakfast to make sure that she was showing love through her cooking, which was something that she brought and felt very dearly about. Another thing to come with Pat Ellis, like I said earlier, was how much she wishes people loved the people around them. To explain, Pat said, seeing all the riots in Washington and the Black Lives Matter protests and people burning, like cities burning down and all kinds of people being shot, she said that was the hardest thing for her to watch in her entire life. She said that all of this, she has never changed throughout her entire life. She has never changed how she loved people. She gave them the same affection, unless something had really happened to her. She said the affection never really ever changed, and that she never wanted to break a bridge with somebody because of a view or a way of thinking or any of that. She said she saw them as people. Same with her kids, and that's how she hoped people saw her kids. So whenever back in her day, she said that people really love each other differently. It wasn't a hate for anything. It was trying to get along and make it through this world together. That's at least how she put it. Pat Ellis was someone who I felt I was blessed to meet, go from a different way of looking at life. Pat Ellis was someone who I will remember for a long time, not only for the stories she told and the love she expressed for others. She didn't pay much attention to the world until she was moved into her elderly home, says Pat. But what she really wanted to know, what people to know, was the fact that how she expressed her love to people and how love was never has never come back to that same meaning for people. As in, back in her day, love was a full-fledged dedication to someone because you felt a certain way about them. Today, people switch those things so fast and say I love you and then run it right back because they do not feel that you have rubbed them correctly. So everyone, please welcome Pat Ellis on stage.